Hey guys, what are you expecting today? Because whatever you expect, that's exactly what you're going to receive. Now, I'm going to talk to you about the manner of speech that you are speaking every single day. Two things I want you to take a look at. First of all, if you're a procrastinator, I'm going to give you the secret of why you are a procrastinator. A procrastinator is somebody that has a wishful thinking, but nothing happens. So this is what that speech sounds like. I would like to go to Bahamas, but I have no money. That's wishful thinking. Florence Scovel Shinn, she said that creation is finished in heaven first, as within, so without. So if you're saying, I would like to go to Bahamas, and you're adding the word but, that causes you to be a procrastinator. You're tripping yourself up. So that's one thing to look at. Second, you have the liberty to fully express yourself. In fact, it is your nature as spirit to go in places you've never been to and experience what you've never experienced. So that's your purpose in life. If you ever consider and ask yourself, well, what's my purpose in life? That's your purpose as energy or spirit. Now you're going to find the venue or the avenue through which money comes in. And then we're talking about business or income. You can be specific as to where the resources are coming. Or you can just leave it up to chance and, people are going to gift you and give you things, which I don't suggest and don't recommend. But when we talk about fully expressing yourself, the very thing that you said, I want to go to Bahamas, but I cannot go, that's not full expression. You're not speaking the language of the heart. The language of the heart, or to fully express yourself, would sound something like this. I really like to go to Bahamas. That's where my first mentor was. I would like to go and visit the place where he used to teach. But I would like to be there with my partner. And I would like for us to maybe be in our honeymoon there. That would be so nice. Yeah. Spend 2 weeks in the most luxurious hotel. Go and eat the best food in Bahamas. Meet the people and the culture. Laugh every single day and have a good time. That sounds good. Jesus looked upon his creation and said, that's good. Now, that's fully expressing yourself. Well, why stop there? Why not go even further? Maybe the clothes you're going to wear, the clothes you're going to buy. Maybe you want to buy some gifts back. Maybe, I don't know what else. What is it that you would like to do, your heart's desire? So now you fully express yourself. You fully express yourself. And the last thing you must say is, yeah, that's good. You're agreeing with yourself. When we don't fully express ourselves, we never agree. And if we can't agree, what is there to agree? If I want to go to Bahamas, but I don't think I can, there's no agreement. You're saying, I think I'm going to decide what I want, but never mind. I'm not a decisive person. I'm going to change my mind. And immediately you do in the mid-sentence. In mid-air, you go to heaven and then you come back down like a flashing thundering bolt. You just go to heaven and you say, forget it. I'm going to go back down to earth. And we're creating these, what do you call them? Up and down emotional roller coasters. And we wonder, why is it that things don't work out for me? Why is it that I'm breaking up in my relationships? Why is it that I never get married? Why is it that I never have a home, a car, money, and whatever it is? Well, check the manner of your speech. Are you a procrastinator? Are you a wishful thinker, never following or fully expressing yourself? And when you do you have the faith and the law that what you say is going to come to reality? Well, if you watch my previous video where I talked about my financial mentor, there's 3 stories in there that reveal to you that what you write down in the manner and the order you write down, you're going to get it. You've got to be open to the law. You're not dealing here with the sun favoring you more than the other person next to you. The sun is the sun. The law is the law. It's not seeking to favor anyone, meaning you cannot get more than what you've given the law to work with. And so this is according to law. So when you work with the law, understand that, wait a minute, I don't care about people. I don't care about money. Why do I worry about anything? Wait a minute, what's the worry about? What was that about again? It's just me and the law. The law says, listen. Law polarity says, listen, change your situation. Stop procrastinating. Express yourself fully. Turn away from those kind of behaviors. Turn away from the negative and only speak of the positive. The law of relativity states, don't just speak of positive, put the cherry on top. There's nothing big or small. Add in your cart and shop until you drop. So why not use the law in my favor? Why not use the law in my favor? Because I'm afraid. What are you afraid of? Well, I don't know if it's going to happen. Great. Start with a small thing. And then you say, I'm going to do this again. And this time I'm going to ask for a cherry on top. Great. What's next time? I'm going to ask for a shoelace coming out of the cake. Okay, great. Get that. I don't know. How big is your imagination? Two things people lack of imagination and lack of focus. To focus is to be in this flow, as Oprah said, you're either in the flow or out of the flow. To be in the flow is to never add the word but. Out of flow, you say, I want to go to heaven, but never mind, I'll stay on earth. I want to go to create in the fourth dimension, but you know what? It's better where I'm at. No, it's not. No, it's not. We fear the law. You should only fear the law when you procrastinate and you never fully express yourself. But to understand that the law is here to set you free. Set your mouth free. Set your imagination free. It's called unlimited. So become your own unlimited edition. What's that edition? What's that book of your life that looks like and sounds like? I want to be with my SP back. But shoot, I remember what they said last time. Okay, stop going to heaven and coming down to earth. Stop messing with yourself. Become a decisive person. Now, you might need some time to calm yourself down and understand that this is how you operate. You are in the problem that you're in because of your own making. And so how do I change or break away from that cycle? Two things. Stop procrastination, never use the word but. And fully express yourself. That means allow yourself to go beyond the word but. And another thing, what I've been teaching my daughters is to, when you walk in every store, let's say you go to a grocery store. And let's say you go to a local grocery store. We'll talk about Walmart. I personally don't like Walmart. I just don't feel good. The atmosphere, the spirit in there, I never liked it. Nothing wrong with that. I just, I know what I like and I know what I don't like. I sense the energy. And so here's what I do. Here's what I suggested to my daughter, especially this afternoon. We were in another grocery store, but I said, honey, when you're in this store, here's what I want you to think. I want you to always live in the fourth dimension and always create pictures. What store would you rather be in right now? Because where you're in right now, it's been manifested. Okay, done and over with. It's dead. Let the dead bury the dead. Move on. In the present moment, where would you like to put yourself? Well, that store. Great. What's in that store? I don't know. Okay, so let's go there and find out what's there. So that now, when you understand I'm here, what am I going to put myself next? You could say I'm going to go home, but why not go to Bahamas? Oh, I'm single, but why not make myself married? Oh, I have no money, but why not create an image with me with money? And so when is the right time to do that? Every moment. Why is every moment and in the now the time to save yourself from here? It's because in the now, it came to the light, whatever you're doing in the now. It's already done. What are you going to do next? And then when you get there, what are you going to do next? And what are you going to put next? This is called evolution. So when we manifest, you want to manifest in a full expression. You've got to fully express yourself. And that cuts down your procrastination. I have a tendency at times when I have so many projects and I start and I am halfway. And then I go, oh, I don't know what to do. And I understand it's a pattern that I have built within. And once you notice your own patterns, you say, no, wait a minute. I got it. I think I have an idea and I go, that's it, I'm going to do it. And I begin to do it, but I don't ever connect the dots as to the outcome. What am I using it for? How much money I'm going to make? Where it's going to be placed? And how much money is going to come after that? And say, yeah, that sounds good to me. Now I have fully expressed myself where I fully developed the idea, and now I'm ready to work. Because it was created in heaven. And each time I said the thought, I saw a glimpse of every image in place. Because you manifest those images. So to stop procrastinating, when you have an idea, when you have a desire, see it fully come to pass in your mind on all those connecting dots. I'm going to do this and this and this and this and this and this. Steve Jobs said, you cannot connect the dots forward, which you can. you can only connect them backwards. You can connect the dots forward, because the idea is to go and live in the end. And then you can say, well, how did I get here? How did I end up with $100,000 a day? And then you remember all those ideas that you've had in place for all those years, and you say, well, this idea I said I was going to, now you start working on those ideas. However way it works, here's what the bottom line is. Two things you need to look at. I'm procrastinating because I use the word but, and I'm not making progress because I'm not using the present moment to keep manifesting the next. And second, I'm not fully expressing myself, which is a combination of the one and the two. So eliminate the word but and if, or what if. But it doesn't exist. The moment you add the word but and what if, you're adding fear. Fear is indecision. Fear is not trusting the law. So what we want to do is to change the manner of speech. Image and speech equal immortality. And I teach my children and I say, if you want to stop a behavior, you must develop a new picture. Deepak Chopra said, built within every desire or image, there's also the mechanics or the how-to or the strategy or the pattern or behavior. And I said, if you want to change behaviors, you've got to change the image. When a child in school, you know that he can do better, and he studies and studies and studies, and he still gets a C, it's because of his image. What's his image? I'm never going to pass this exam. That's not going to work. He sees himself and he talks to himself in a failure way. He says, yeah, I know my mom wants me to do this, but I'm not good at this. And then not only he builds a pattern of procrastination and a failure, but also he manifests his image. It doesn't matter. I was telling a friend of mine the other day, and I said, please stop forcing your daughter to go to do or not to do. I said, because only the desires of her heart are going to be manifested, not what you tell her to do. And so what you need to do is teach her how to develop her desires and how to move forward and create the quantum leap. Teach her how to think. Teach her how to create the images, because he's an image creator. And so when we teach our children to create a different image, then I don't have to worry about how that's going to come to pass, because by law, that image will come to pass. So we teach our children how to progress in life by changing their image of themselves. Image and speech equal immortality. You speak the language of that image. And so how do we do that? Always creating images, always putting yourself in the fourth dimension. Where would I like to be now? What would I like to do now? In a few videos from this one, I have been sharing with you how to work on creating your dream life, which there are 3 points you've got to go through. I'm going to share them with you right now. They're actually on my whiteboard right here. Number one, you have got to look in all areas of your life. We talk about them in my program: identity, money, relationships, and health. What would that ideal life look like? But take one single day out of the month, and I want you to design it to perfection. The clothes you wear, who's there, the food you eat. Do you have a maid? Do you have a chef? What do you do when you go in your office? What's the money you see in the bank account? What's the phone calls that you're having? What happens at 12 p.m.? You design your life perfectly to detail, even to the point where you go and hold on to the handle of your car. What's the car? Once you do that, and this might take a month or so, in the meantime, this is step 2. You look on Google, because Google is the universe, and you're pulling out the pictures and every image that you want. Then you select your wardrobe, you select your rooms, you select the colors of the walls, the carpets, the lamps, everything, and you print out these little pictures and you design like an interior designer. I used to work very close to an interior designer, and this is what we did. Now, as you put all these pieces together, that's your vision board. And you have a vision board in every room. Step number 3 is, in about a month, after you've written the script down, you've pulled the pictures out, you're going to live as if. That means if you said, I'm going to wake up at 6 and do this, you're going to end up having to do that. And even if you have to play pretend, let's say if nothing happens in the course of a month after you do this, after you're printing and burning these images in the mind, if nothing happens, nothing manifests, now we're going to move into as if, live as if. And to live as if, you're going to have to run down through that day as if. Start making calls. Start assuming that you're going to get that answer. and live as if. Play the part, play that actor's part and do it. And don't use the word but, don't use the word well, what if. No, you're saying, you know what, this is the actor, this is the me, I'm going to play the part. I'm just going to detach myself for all these conditions that I placed upon myself, and I'm going to act the part. And what I've also see the other side. The client said, yes, the money's in the bank. Now, all of these things have to happen. They have to happen by law. Images have to happen by law. Inner conversations turn out into outer conversations. So we manifest at all times. Now, what would you do on the 3rd week of the month? Maybe the 4th week you want to be in vacation every single month. Well, pencil that in. Pencil it in. Which means when the time to come for you and act as if, you're going to have to pretend that you are on that trip. That's acting as if. Now, once you do this, you're going to find out something very interesting, that you don't have to wait for those things to happen. You're going to move towards them faster. You're going to say, I already know what's going to happen there. I'm just going to go now. Like you cannot wait to get there. Once you see that this is happening, you're going to wake up and say, I'm going to go there because I know this is going to happen anyway. I just know this is going to happen because I've already seen it. So those are 3 things that you can look at in one of my previous videos to create your dream life. But I want to keep this video short and only, again, remind you of the fact that these 2 things. You stop procrastination by using the word but and what if. You eliminate them out of your vocabulary. And I caught my daughter as we were walking in the park. She said, yeah, I would like to do this, but. And I said, nope, that needs to come out. We're not building a pattern of procrastination or of friction and force, because that causes friction and force in our life. It causes us to do things in the physical. And second, which is the other part of the sentence or the treatment, is to fully express yourself. And each time you fully express yourself and put your thoughts in order, I want you to get a glimpse of that image. Every step, every connecting dot, every thought you add one after another, you've got to see the picture of it. If you say my refrigerator is in my kitchen and my kitchen floor is hardwood floor, you've got to see hardwood floor, you've got to see the kitchen, you've got to see the refrigerator. You've got to have those pictures. We think 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day and we have no idea what we're saying. They are not passing by our soul, which is the image making. And so we're not profiting, those words are not profiting us anything. They're not taking us anywhere. So be slow when you think, be slow when you speak, and be careful what you imagine. Now you have to say, okay, now if I write this down, what's the image associated with this refrigerator? What kind of refrigerator would I like? And you look on Google and you can print it out. But fully express yourself to go for the best in life. Everything is good in life. Everything was created was good because that's what God said. But not everything is good for you. Because you may not like green velvet chair. I do. I may not like Versace, or I may not like Louis Vuitton, and I like Versace. And so we all have attractions to certain things, and what we're attracted to, that means it's for us. And there's a way to become the owner of them. And what you own within, what sticks to your heart, you already own it. You just got to see the picture. All right. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all of you with much gratitude. This is Lumi. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell button below. More importantly, come within the program Manifest Without Money. The link is below. I want you to be a successful person, and I want you to not only change your life, but I want you to change the lives of the generations that are coming behind you, and leave a legacy behind of how to think correctly and how to create the quantum leap in your children's lives. I teach my children how to create and manifest every single day. There is no time in the day that I don't ever speak of it. To the point where my children say, okay, mother, there's the door. But I know how to create these spots in the day. I take my children to the park. I catch them in different places where they're there and readily, easily they could hear and listen to me. So you don't think of yourself only. Don't be selfish. Understand that when you enter within a program, you're changing the lives of the people around you. And the legacy that you're leaving behind is that of empowerment and going from rags to riches kind of legacy you want to leave behind. That anything is possible, and everybody has a story of going from rags to riches. And you just want to create that in your life, and then you leave that legacy behind, and you tell your children, well, this is how I've created all of this. This is how it was done, the formula of success. Okay, so think more and think about what is it costing you if you're not into a program, coaching, and mentorship. What's it costing you? One of the students, one of my associates that we are in this coaching program, she said, you know, she told my coach, she said, 4 years ago I have met you. Today I went from $30,000 a month to $217,000 a month. She said, if I would have picked up with you back then, she said she would have had I don't know how many millions right now, right? So that's what we lose when we have an opportunity in front of us, which is presented and say, okay, come in the program because this is what you're going to get out of it. And we miss the opportunity. Then we look back and say, you know, if I would have done this then, I wonder what would I have been now. And so we're losing when we're not taking action and making decisions quickly, which is how we should be at all times. We are losing time. We're wasting time. We're wasting resources. Instead of investing time, our thoughts, and our money, as Neville says, we waste them, and we don't want to waste them. We waste when we diddle-daddle, we procrastinate, we don't fully express ourselves. Ultimately, we don't make decisions. And people that are wealthy, they make decisions fast, and they rarely change them, if at all. Poor people rarely make decisions, and when they do, they change them very fast. And that's the difference of mentality. That's what separates us apart. That's the separation of the classes. It's our minds. 98% is mindset and only 2% strategy. And so when we learn how to hold on to our mind and how to control it and become the master of it, we become the master of our life and circumstances. That's when we create the quantum leaps. All right? So I'm looking forward to seeing you within my program, Manifest Without Money. You're going to see results in quantum leaps, something that you've never seen or heard before. So thank you guys for being here. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.